thing you do is just mix your two types of mince together. It's not an essential thing actually to use two different types of mince, but it does add some more flavour to it. So I'm using some adding anything to this mince to keep it sticking, so what you want to do is really get it mixed together quite well so that it doesn't look, it looks more like a paste than what it looks like when it comes out of the packet. This is just some salt and pepper mixed and some plain flour. You just want to mix that up. Then you can start making your bowls up. I generally make sort of smaller ones, but you can make them as, you know, whatever size. Once you've shaped a meatball out of that, just roll it through the flour and get that coated on. Because you're not putting any egg in this, you do want this to just, you know, contain its shape. So you want to put a little bit of time into shaping them and giving them a little bit of pressure so they don't come apart once you start cooking them. That's why it's so important that you make the mince look like a sort of pasty type substance, because you're just shaping, not adding any egg or flour. Well, you're adding flour. So by the time you get your meatballs done, your pot will be piping hot, which is how you want it. Add some vegetable oil or some flour oil. That will be instantly hot. So then you start adding your meatballs. Give them a last little roll through your flour mix and add them in. Now if you want them to cook quicker, just squash them into hamburger shapes. You've got these cooking on a high heat just so that they get a nice crispy brown into them. And you can see that goes quite quickly. If you have an electric stove, this is when you want to turn them down to about 3. If you have a gas stove, you want to just hold that off for a wee second, because obviously the temperature is regulate it much quicker. Now once you turn them down, you just want to add a wee knob of butter. Throw that in. And then basically you just want them to cook. You need to make sure they move about a bit so that they don't burn on one side. Now these have been in there for about 10 minutes and they're done. How you can tell is when you push them down, you can't really push them that far. They sort of go slightly more solid. If you're unsure, double check by cutting one in half. Quite a bit of oil in that, and you don't want all that oiliness in our gravy, so I'm just getting the oil off into a wee dish. Just take your pot back on the heat and then give just a wee drop of water in. Now your pan should still be quite hot, so it will probably start bubbling away quite quickly. There you go. Just make sure you get all the nice meatiness in the bottom of your pot. And then Just crumble a wee stock cube into this. Just a beef stock cube would be the most logical choice, given that it's meatballs that you've made in this. Just crumble that up and stir that in as well. Now I know this isn't an official way of making gravy, but it's dead easy and it's quite easy as well. Now, if you want to get all the bits of the mince out, I mean, just strain it, but I don't really mind them being there. That's going to sink to the bottom anyway. So as you can see, that just boils away and the stock just dissolves really quickly. Once you're happy with that, switch it off, take it off the heat, and add a wee lump of butter. Just let that melt in. Once that's completely dissolved, that's your gravy done.